Hi everyone. Today we're going to study derivation of quadratic formula. Given a quadratic equation in standard form, that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Let us now derive the quadratic formula. First, let us transpose the constant c to the right. From positive, it becomes negative. Next is, let us divide this equation by a, so that the coefficient of x squared here becomes 1. And if we divide it, the resulting equation is here. X squared plus b over a times x equals negative c over a. Let us complete the square of the left side. It means considering the coefficient of x, the b of a. We are looking for a constant that is half of this b over a, and then we will square that value, just like this. So we are going to add this value to the left side and also to the right. And then let us simplify this square of 1/2 of b over a. And that is b squared over 4a squared. And then let us now factor out the left side to form a square of a binomial, while the right side we will simplify. The left side now becomes the square of the quantity x plus b over 2a. This is equal to, for the right side, first let us interchange the position of the terms. The b squared over 4a squared comes first. And then let us combine the two fractions of the right side. Obviously, the denominators are not the same. So let us manipulate the second fraction to make the denominators the same. Let us multiply the second fraction by 4a over 4a. If we do that, the denominator here becomes 4a squared, which is now equal to the denominator of the first fraction, while the numerator becomes c times 4a. So that is 4ac. So we can now combine the two fractions. The right side now becomes b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. The next step is to take the square root of both sides. And let us simplify this equation. For the left side, this big square root is cancelled out with that exponent 2. While the right side, we're going to distribute the square root to the numerator and to the denominator. This is now the resulting equation. We have x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus the square root of the quantity b squared minus 4ac all over the square root of 4a squared. Take note that the 4a squared in the radicand is a perfect square. We can simplify this expression into 2a. And then we will transpose the constant b over 2a to the right. So from positive, it becomes negative. And then let us combine the fractions of the right side. Obviously, they are like fractions. Simply, we operate in the corresponding numerators. So we have now x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of the quantity b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is now the beautiful quadratic formula. Let us see this example. Solve x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0 using quadratic formula. First, let us write the quadratic formula here. And then, let us collect the corresponding values for a, b, and c respectively. First, let us make sure that our problem is in standard form, and it is. Now, we are ready to collect the values for a, b, and c. The a is the coefficient of x squared, and that is equal to 1. b is the coefficient of x, which is positive 3. And c is the constant, and we write here negative 10. Next, let us substitute these values in our quadratic formula. So we have now x equals, the negative b is now negative of 3, plus or minus the big square root, b squared now becomes 3 squared, minus 4ac, and this is 4 times 1 times negative 10 all over 2a, and this is now 2 times 1. Simplifying further, we have now negative 3 plus or minus the big square root of the 3 squared is now 9, and the product of negative 4 times 1 times negative 10 is positive 40. All over 2 times 1 is 2. Let us simplify this 9 plus 40. So we have 49. We know that this square root of 49 can be simplified into a whole number, which is 7. And from here, we're going to have two values of x. The first equation using the positive sign here, and the second equation using the negative sign. So the two values of x are x sub 1 equals negative 3 plus 7 all over 2, and the x sub 2 equals negative 3 minus 7 all over 2. For x sub 1, let us simplify this negative 3 plus 7 into 4, and this is over 2, and the quotient is 2. This is the first value of x. While the x sub 2, negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10, and we copy the 2 as denominator, and this quotient gives us negative 5. So the two values of x are 2 and negative 5. This is our final answer. I hope you learned something from this video. See you again next time.